Come to me, my children. Follow the sound of my voice to receive thy blessings. Unburden yourself.
Ow! 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 Ow!
And welcome to the Church of Last Resort with the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. The Church of Last Resort, where your prayers are heard, your sins forgiven, and no matter what you believe, you won't believe this shit. And now, the Irreverent Reverend, the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Yes, indeed. And that includes any new members who may be enjoying us for the first time, because you may not be where you want to be, yet there you are. Welcome to the Church of Last Resort to go. That's right. That's why I say to go, because in my office, it is Sunday, February 25th, but guess what? I'm not in my office. My office is 3,000 miles that way, or that way. It's 3,000 miles on the east from here, whichever way is east. I'm not sure. I can't tell you. I'm inside, and I've never been in this building before. They don't have a compass on the floor. They should. Yes, indeed. Like I said, in my office, it is Sunday, February 22nd, the 398th day of the Sex Offender Administration. And right here, I told you, I'm not in my office. This is the church to go. I'm in LA-guna Beach, California. That's right. And it's not even sunny yet. It's 6 o'clock in the fucking morning. That's right. I would tell you what it's like outside. I think it's 50 degrees. I could be wrong. I haven't even stepped outside. It's just dark. It's dark. It's like this. It looks like this right now. It looks like this. But thank you. Thank you so much. It's supposed to hit 68 degrees, but I can't tell you anything for certain. Welcome to the Church of Last Resort to Go. I am the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, PhD, DDS, ADHD, MCM, LIX. People have also called me the Racy Reverend, the Pervert Pastor, the Vile Vulgar Vicar of Vice, the Sexy Shepherd, the Missionary Man, the Minister of Mischief, the Dirty Deacon of Doggy Style, the Freaky Frisky Friar, the Ass Man Abbot, the Colored Cleric, the Booty Banging Brother, the Handsy High Priest, the Shameless Shaman, Father Fistmas, the Wicked I Like to Watch Witness, the Holy Ho, the Divine Dominating Dominee, the Depraved Preacher, the Tickle Me Theologian, the Minister of Making Love, the Clergy of Cunning Conversation while eating pussy, and that nasty N-word. That's right. The point is, I come by many names and by many methods, but I do not come easy. That hasn't changed on either coast. That's right. I'm still difficult to come by on either coast. Amen. I apologize. There it is. I was looking. Welcome, Kickbot. I was wondering when you was going to show up. I'm so happy to have you here, Kickbot. I was starting to feel unloved. I said, wait a minute, my Kickbots deserted me. I can't believe they desert me at a time like this when I'm on the road to go without my lovely wife, Amona Roll, who's back on the coast taking care of our cats and dogs. Our cat Tootsie and our dog Stop Dropping, because we can't trust the kids to take care of them. We couldn't trust the kids to take care of themselves. How could we trust them to take care of the pets? If they couldn't take care of themselves, why would we think they could take care of the pets? That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You got kids and pets, you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna die before I'm gonna tell you something real quick. Pets are kids that never grow up and never move out. That's right. There you go. See, your kids, if you're lucky, they grow up and they move out. Your cat and dog don't say, hey, I'm 18, I'm moving out. It's more like I'm 18, I may be checking out. Don't know. Now, when you have kids, and this is the weirdest thing about that, kid says, Dad, Mom, can I have a puppy? They go, sure. And then they get the dog like they're 8 years old. when the kid's like 8, 9 years old, because the older take care of the dog, and they take care of the dog, and then they go away to go to college, and they don't take the dog or cat with them, and you're stuck raising the dog, okay? And it's like, and you're bitching about it, and at first you're going, God damn it, I gave these kids the dog, and they move out, go to college, and I'm stuck taking care of the dog. I knew I'd wind up taking care of the dog, and then the kids come back from college 4 years later, and they want the dog back. He's like, no, you can't have the fucking dog. It's my dog now. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Good morning, Sister Ann. I feel your pain. I'm on the West Coast, and I'll tell you about, and I know what it feels like to wake up at 6 o'clock for this show. I appreciate you now. I appreciate you more than ever. You got big love for me. Big love. And the Mind Dog wants to know if GD is here with me. He is. And oh, Lord, poor man. He was up late last night. Early this morning. He was up till like 2:30 working on the obituaries for me. So I have something to read. And then he went to sleep. And he couldn't finish it. He goes, I can't finish it. I can't think. I can't write. My brain is like fried. And I said, don't worry about it. We'll fix it in the morning. And he woke up at 4 o'clock West Coast time to finish up the obituaries for me. That's devoted, because I wasn't going to do it. I was like, look, man, I'm tired. I was out partying last night. And well, not really partying. I was listening to a band. I'll tell you about it later. Now, so bless you, Ann. And said, Sister Sunshine. Bless you, Sister Sunshine. Lord have mercy. Let us get this thing. Like I said, the key thing is that I don't come easy. On either coast, I don't come easy. So let us begin in the name of George Carlin, Robin Williams, Richard Pryor. Can I get a fuck? Yeah. Yes, indeed. Now, brothers and sisters, it is time for our opening prayers. It's time for opening prayers, sponsored by Tantallee. If you need an opening, Tantallee has your opening needs. If you or someone you know is in need of a prayer by the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, today he's a little bit tired. I can't pray for you. I pray. I'm gonna pray that I can make it today, but I'll pray for you tomorrow. How's that sound? Is that deal? That's all right. Got it. There we go. Fist bump right there. There we go. Good to go. There we go. Yeah. But I'm still going to give you the email, because why have it scrolling across the bottom if I'm not going to talk about it? I'm going to talk about it, so it's scrolling across the bottom. Yes, indeed. That email address is Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. That's DrRevJellyRolle. You got to put the E on the end. That's right. You got to put the E on the end. It's like the period on the end of a sentence. Got to put the E on the end of my name. Yes, indeed. Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord have mercy. So if you want me to get that email, you got to put the E on the end. That's right. And guess what? I'm on the West Coast, and I can still get my emails. I'm like, wow, it blew my fucking mind. I could get my emails on the East Coast and on the West Coast. I was amazed. I was like, this shit, and I'm not plugged in. Look at this. I'm not plugged in. Nothing, no plugs. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, it's like amazing. Because when I'm at home, everything's got plugs. I'm plugged into everything. And now I'm sitting here and going, shit, I can do this without a plug? My God. Oh, look at that. My wife is trying to find my show. I don't know if she found it yet. And I guess it's the same. You know what? That's because when we're at home, she doesn't have to do this thing. She can listen to it live. So what I'm going to do here, while I'm talking to you, I'm going to share this with my wife. Just give me a second. I have to figure this out. Do this live. I've never done this live before. Oh, that is so beautiful. I can't believe I've never done this before. Yes, indeed. There we go. Done. Now I can focus back on you people again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, brothers and sisters, whew, I, I'm gonna tell you, like I said, I'm on the West Coast. Just to explain to you a little bit. Before I hit the disclaimer, uh, G.D. Fenderson has like a comedy bucket list. He knows he's not going to be like a famous comedian. He's never going to have he doesn't expect to ever have a Netflix special or anything like that. But his goal is to feature and or headline in all 50 states. Now, the reason why he says 50, headline or feature, because like any comedian, anybody, even you, anybody can say, I want to do an open mic and do an open mic in 50 states. Okay. And that could be a minute. It could be 2 minutes. It could be 3 minutes. But the point is anybody can do that. Not anybody can feature a headline. Those spots are not given out like candy. You have to kind of like have earn your chops a little bit to get that, or at least be able to produce a show. But it's work. What I'm saying is fucking work. Like this was fucking work. And I thank Sister Erica for working her ass off to make sure that the show that GD did Friday went off with minimal hitches. Like there was hitch. It's like this much of a hitch, But it's not easy. It's a lot of work. And so he just wanted to have something separate from something that anybody else could do. Like somebody saying, I'm going to go to a baseball game in all 50 states. Well, if you can buy a ticket, you can go. But if you say, I'm going to play in a baseball game in all 50 states, that's different. Okay, you got to have some talent to get on to be on the team that plays in all states. All right. So now, where was I? I'm getting 24. Oh, wow. I am my heart goes out to Brother Matt, Brother Mind Dog, who's getting 24 inches today. Most guys can't take 24 inches. They can't. But he's a trooper. Some people say in order to take 24 inches, you have to be a gaping asshole, but maybe, or just determined. But I appreciate it. You're doing something I can't do. Oh, look, and welcome Gizmo Power. Now Gizmo Power is a solar company that produces energy, portable energy. That's right, portable energy. They got they got like solar on wheels. They can they can run a house on solar on wheels. And it acts like a carport as well. And it just you can set it in your driveway, plug it into your house, and power things. That's right. That's what Gizmo Power is. That's right. Welcome Gizmo Power. You know something? I'm gonna tell you right now. Since Gizmo's listening, maybe we can produce like a 45-second spot and make you and play you every Sunday so everybody hears about Gizmo Power. That's right. Amen. Yeah, we could do that. We could make it like a 45-second spot, a little commercial, and plug it up, put it on Gizmo, put it on the show. That's right. We can do that. That's right. So now Gizmo, at least here, is Sister Erica. She's the one that put together the show that gave GD the opportunity to be out here. And I just came along for the ride. I didn't even pack my Bible because he says, we're only paying for one piece of luggage. And he goes, I need my microphones, I need my wireless equipment, and so they put all that shit in there, and there was only room for my jacket, my shirt, my collar, my glasses, and my microphone. I couldn't even bring the good book. The good book is back in Maryland. I don't have a good book. I could borrow that one there on calligraphy and do that, but so the show went well. Thank you all for asking. You didn't ask? Fuck you. You should have asked. The show went well. And I was in the audience, and it was a very, very touching moment. The moment when GD finally met in person Dylan Brody. That's right. GD was at the one end of the hall, and Dylan Brody walks in the far end, and their eyes meet. Their eyes meet. It was like romantic. It was so magical. Their eyes met, and Dylan did this. You know, like, come here, boy, come here. I don't think he said boy. He just said, did that. And
Mannequin
GD like
pussy,
ran.
mannequin
That's
pussy,
right.
mannequin pussy.
And GD like ran to his arms, and they hugged, and they talked, and they laughed. And then Dylan gave the warmest, most, I can't say sincere because I don't know what's in his heart, but it was the warmest, most flattering introduction for GD Fenderson and brought him up on stage. And before that, he opened for GD, did like a 15-minute set, a flawless set, which he does. That's what he does. He's a flawless performer. So GD was like really, really touched. And the little verklempt. He wouldn't have been verklempt if he wasn't surrounded by so many Jews. You know, he would have just been like in awe. You know, if he was back home with the black people, he'd have been like, shit. But because he was out here with a bunch of Jewish people, he was like, verklempt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can say that because I'm a racist. So, well, now, where was I? Oh, yeah. Disclaimer. Yes, here we go with the disclaimer. What is it? I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself on my scroll here. I mean, I should know it by heart. I said it like 100 and something times, but I don't know it by heart. Like I said, I did the Tantalay thing, did the email thing. Now for our disclaimer. Yes, right. While all prayers are heard, not all prayers are answered when we want them to be. Some loopholes and restrictions may apply, and may apply, could apply in February. It doesn't have to be May. Like right now it's February, and those loopholes still apply. So I should say yearly apply. Restrictions yearly apply. Yeah, okay, that'll work. I'm not going to say it like that though, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. That's right. So please bow your heads, unless you are driving your car or your significant other. And if that is the case, just close your eyes like this. See how I did that? You take the upper lid and you move it to the lower lid. That's how you close your eyes. Some people try to do it like bring the bottom lid to the upper lid like that. See, some people try to do it that, and that's hard. And I'm trying to make it easy for you. You know, why learn a new skill this late in life? You know what I'm talking about? So just bring the upper lid down to the lower lid, okay? And then once you've done that, let Jesus do the driving while we pray, okay? Now, if you didn't know, do not let go of the wheel until Jesus has taken full control of your vehicle, okay? That's the steering, and that's the gas, and that's the brake, all right? Because if Jesus does not have full control, you're going to wind up in a ditch. That's right. Or in a tree. And then you're going to be saying to Jesus in person, what happened? I thought you had the wheel. And Jesus is like, look, how many cars can I drive at one
garbage.
time? You're supposed to wait. You're supposed to wait until I had full control. It's not on me. It's your fault. Next time, read the manual. That's right. So, yeah, just wait till Jesus has full control. Dear Lord, please bless Brother Timothy Berry. That's right. Timothy Berry, drummer for Manchester Orchestra, has died. He was 42. Berry's cause of death is sudden undisclosed disease. That's right. Or SUD. That's right. Sudden undisclosed disease syndrome. SUDS. Berry began playing with the band, which originally formed in 2004. In 2011, after former drummer Jeremy Edmond left, he played on the band's album Cope and its acoustic version Hope in 2014. And in 2026, he will not be playing on another album. Nope. He went on to play in 2017 album A Black Mile to the Surface and 2021 album The Million Masks of God. One of them is a mud mask that God used to make man. Makes sense now. Man was made from the leftovers of a facial. And if you've ever watched Pornhub, you know the leftovers from a facial is not good stuff to make a man out of. But it makes sense when you see how man acts. Like, now I get it. Your leftover facial. It explains all of the things you do. Yes, indeed. It's in the Bible. It's in the good book. You can check. I'd have showed it to you, but I left the good book at home. There was no room in his luggage. I told you. Blame GD. Motherfucker packed so much shit in his luggage. There's literally no room for the good book. No room for a good book. He brought two thermoses. He brought two thermoses. Okay? But no Bible. That's a selfish bastard. He could have gotten by with one thermos. Okay? He didn't even use the other thermos. You know that? I take it back. He put soda in it, not thinking, not soda, bubbly water in it, not thinking that he wasn't going to drink it right away. And the damn thing exploded in the car. That's right. There was a exploded. Bubbly water all over the fucking car. Thank God it was bubbly water, not the other shit that he drinks with bubbles in it. Carbonated piss or something. He calls it beer. It's more like carbonated horse urine. Corona, that's it. Are they a sponsor? Where am I? Oh yeah. So he was outside. No, yeah, outside of his work with Manchester Orchestra, including contributing to the band's podcast, very regularly shared content on his own YouTube channel, and co-founded production company Super Canoe. That's right. Very co-founded Super Canoe. And Super Canoe is out of Atlanta. And there's a note on their page. This is how stupid some people are, okay? The man is a musician, okay? He plays in bands, and he has a company called Super Canoe. But people are so stupid, they had to put this warning on their page. We are an entertainment production company and do not manufacture canoes. Okay, how many times do you have to get asked something before you begin answering the question before it gets asked? Like the kind of church you go to as a last resort. You know, how many times do I have to tell them this is a church of last resort? If you had another church to go to, you'd be there, right? You shouldn't have to answer. I shouldn't have to answer that question. Well, rest in peace, Tim. Can you let us know what's on the other side? Wait, you don't have canoes? Oh, GD, what the fuck did you write here? You don't, should be, can't. Listen, I'm gonna do it again and do it the way it should have been written. It should have been read, not the way he wrote it. Fucking idiot. Get some sleep. Rest in peace, Tim. Can you let us know what's on the other side? Wait.
What's in the box?
You can't. Can you? See? Can you? You can't. Can you? See? You gotta. I know you were tired, but can you? Damn it. Can I get a rim shot? Damn. Thank you. The natives are restless this morning. Dear Lord, please bless Brother Robert Duvall. That's right. Robert Duvall, renowned Hollywood actor, has died. He was 95. Duvall died peacefully at his home. His cause of death is undisclosed. That silent and deadly taker of celebrities. That's right. Sudden undisclosed disease syndrome. Sudden undisclosed disease syndrome. Yes, SUDS. We're going to start calling it SUDS. Eventually, I want to have to tell people what SUDS means, and they're going to know. Just like everybody knows what SIDS was. We're going to call it SUDS until they find a cure for SUDS. Duvall is remembered for some of the most highly respected films in cinematic history, of which are The Godfather, The Godfather 2, Apocalypse Now, The Conversation, The Great Santini, The Apostle, The Civil Action, Days of Thunder, The Judge, Crazy Heart, Get Low Jack, Reacher, and Hustle. Get Low Jack, Reacher, and Hustle? Damn it, GD. The comma's in the wrong place. Get low. Jack, Reacher, and hustle. Okay? It's get low, Jack Reacher, and hustle. Not get low, Jack, Reacher, and hustle. You make it sound like Reacher and hustle have to get low, Jack. It's a fucking comma. Don't you know how it works? I'm sorry. I'm probably waking people up because I'm not at home in the thing, and I don't know how thick these walls are. I apologize to anyone I may have waken up, and it may be a little late for the apology. The police could be on their way. I said, shut that nigga up. He's waking me up. The late Academy Award winner won the Oscar for Best Actor for his performance in Tender Mercies, where he played washed-up country western singer Max Ledge, who was trying to share his tenderloins with Tess Harper. That's right. Tender Mercies, my ass. He was like, hey, tenderloin, baby, on TV. And my meat's so tender. I could go deep with the tender buns, tender reference, tender buns, tender puns. Sorry. On TV, Duvall was best known for his roles in shows such as Playhouse 90 and The Defenders. I think he played Jessica Jones. And somebody's going, defend? Yeah. I did it. That's right. I did it. If you're a Marvel fan, you go like, damn, that's funny. And if you're not a Marvel fan, you go like, that's so fucking stupid. I don't get it. My wife says I need to know my audience. And I'd say, if I had an audience, I'd take the time to know it. Boom, boom. Oh, that hurts. Ow. Rest in peace, Robert. You were also in To Kill a Mockingbird, but no one except for me is saying boo about it. Come on. That was good. That was good. I'm gonna repeat it because you didn't know, you don't know how good it is, do you? You don't know. All right, here we go. Rest in peace, Robert. See, Robert Duvall. See, you were also in To Kill a Mockingbird. See, he was in To Kill a Mockingbird, but no one except for me, that's me, I'm me, is saying boo about it. See, he played Boo Radley. See, he played Boo Radley in To Kill a Mockingbird. That's funny shit there. And that's why I'm telling you you can tell it's funny because I'm explaining it to you. That's how you know the joke is funny, because I'm explaining it to you. Can I get a figurine stuffed in my tree hole? That's right. And you know something? That's funny too. But I'm not going to take time to explain that one. Dear Lord, please bless Brother Frederick Wiseman. Frederick Wiseman, the prolific documentary filmmaker behind the controversial 1967 film, and I may get this title wrong, but it looks like it says Titty Cut Follies. And Titty Cut Follies, we know folly is like a mistake or goof up or folly. And titty cut sounds like somebody goofed up a mastectomy. That's what it sounds like. A Titty Cut Follies. And it's a documentary. So it could be a bunch of mastectomy mishaps. I have no idea. In 2017, he had ex libri. Well, that guy, he's died. That guy has died. He was 96. The director passed away peacefully at his home in Cambridge, Massachusetts, early in the morning of February 16th. His cause of death is also SUDS. That's 3. For those of you keeping count at home. From state hospitals for the criminally insane. Oh, that's what Titty Cut's about. Okay, Titty Cut Follies. It's about criminally insane hospitals. Okay, welfare centers. That movie's called Welfare. The Comédie Française, or as they say in France, The Letter Last. That's what it's called. It's called The Last Letter. But in French, you put the describing adjective after the word, So like if you were to say a little orange, you wouldn't say a little orange. You say like l'orange petite, right? The French, they do everything Frenchy. And I could be wrong because I've never been to France. I only took 4 years like 64 years ago. All right. What other movies did he have? Oh yeah, the dynamic U.S. neighborhoods in Jackson Heights. He did a movie about public libraries called Ex Libri, the New York Public Library, and he did one about farming communities called Monrovia, Indiana. Wiseman's documentaries have shown his boundless interest in institutions and social systems, expansive canvases that tell grander stories about the contemporary human experience. And if he had stuck around long enough, he had written a documentary called about Jeffrey Epstein, and he would have called it Enabled. Why fucking voters isn't enough. They have to fuck people too young to vote. That's right. The Jeffrey Epstein story. He used only natural lighting and diegetic sound, never did voiceovers, and called his films reality fictions. Now, diegetic sound, if I have this correct, because I didn't know what a diegetic sound was until I looked it up. Diegetic sound is basically the use of sound effects that would not be natural to the scene. That's the way I understand it. So it'd be like if you were watching porn, okay, and when they're having the sex, instead of going, oh, they were using the sound of microwave popcorn going, boop, 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 like that. Yeah. So that would be a diegetic sound. I think. I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, let me know. I'll read it next week. If we're still on the air. Wiseman received an honorary Oscar in 2016, as well as the Golden Lion for Lifetime Achievement at the Venice Film Festival in 2014. They gave him the award with 12 years left on his life, as if they knew he wasn't going to do anything else worth watching with the rest of his life. It says, here, you're done. Here's your Lifetime Achievement Award. You're not getting any better than this. Just sit on your laurels. So rest in peace, Frederick. You had a diegetic ending to an energetic life. Can I have a drum roll, please? Ah, yes, indeed. We're going to use that drum roll a lot tonight. Yeah. Day-o, daylight come and me want to go home. Dear Lord, dear Lord, dear Lord, dear Lord, please bless Brother Reverend Jesse Jackson. Reverend Jesse Jackson, a protege of the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. and two-time presidential candidate who led the civil rights movement for decades after the revered leader's assassination has died. He was 84. His cause of death, he choked on his own ego while he was in his sleep. The Jackson family, not the Jackson 5, but the Jesse Jackson family, amended their funeral service because they originally had wanted him to have his body lie in state at the Rotunda. And Kevin Johnson said, fuck no, he's not special. He's not an elected official. Elected. I'm thinking about his porn page, elected officials. He's not an elected official. You know, he's just a loudmouth. You know, we got plenty of loudmouths. If we put every loudmouth that died in the Rotunda would have nothing but loudmouths in the Rotunda. So no, you can't have it. So they amended it. And his funeral, his celebration of life is in South Carolina. You know, there's a people celebration in Chicago to honor the civil rights icon. And that's going to take place on March 6th. Okay. Now, they request, I'm only reading this part here because they request this, okay? And as a fellow reverend, a fellow minister, a man of the cloth, I'm going to say this in honor of Reverend Jesse Jackson. Do not bring your politics out of respect to Reverend Jesse Jackson and the life that he lived to these homegoing services. They come respectful and come to say thank you. Okay, that's it. Now, says here, speak about your personal encounters with Jesse Jackson. Do not read this part out loud. That's stupid. Why would I read this out loud when I'm in loud? Yes. Okay. So yes, not all reverends know each other, but I have had the pleasure of working with the Reverend Jesse Jackson on one occasion, and I've had the pleasure of marching with him on 2 occasions. Yeah, that's right. Yes. We don't all know each other. As a matter of fact, if he saw me, he'd go like, are you the guy that I asked to get me a drink of water and you said no, I'm working with Dick Gregory? And I just like rolled my eyes at you, my big bug eyes. I just went, and they were so big and buggy that when I rolled them, like a draft went through and blew the papers off the desk. You that guy? That's right. That was me. I was a teenager. I was 15, maybe. I was 15. I wasn't driving yet. I didn't have a license yet. So I was 15 years old. Dick Gregory, actually one of my influences, Dick Gregory, Andrew Young, another one of my influences. He was a great civil rights activist, and Jesse Jackson and some other black guy who I can't remember to save my soul. They were all speaking, and I was a youth. I was 15 years old, and I was a valet to Dick Gregory. I was to like get his water, his snacks. If he went to the bathroom, I either shook it for him or tapped it for him or rang it out, depending on what he needed. That was my job. I was his valet. Whatever he needed, I was there to, take care of those needs. And Jesse Jackson saw the two of us laughing because who knew that Dick Gregory liked me as a kid? Who knew? But Jesse Jackson saw that little repertoire, the little tete-a-tete, tete-a-tete, saw that and said, hey, buddy, call me buddy. No, call me buddy. I'm fucking Dr. Rev. I'm the future fucking Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. That's what I told him. I said, I'm the future fucking Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. You call me PhD. That's what I told him. At least now, some odd years later, that's the way I'm telling this. Now that he's dead and can't correct me, that's the new version. And if you didn't want that version out there, motherfucker shouldn't have died. That's right. So he said, get me something to drink. And I'm like, get it yourself, you overblown, I'll tell you, see, I admire, I want people to understand this. I admire the work he's done. Okay. He ran for president in 84. He ran for president in 88. Okay. He was like the first black person to actually get electoral college votes on presidential level. Okay. That's history. I commend him for his work. He started the Rainbow Coalition. I commend him for his work. But the man was a fucking dick. Okay. Personally, he was a dick. Okay. And other people say, oh, how can you say that about the dead? I said it about him when he was living. I'm not going to change the story because he died. He didn't change. He just died. He didn't change. So, and I don't know. Okay. The thing is, I understand that he was there when Martin Luther King got shot. I understand that. And that's a nation-changing moment. Okay. That is a historic moment when Martin Luther King got shot. But Jesse Jackson was acting like, taking credit for shooting him. I was there. Because you were there doesn't mean that you get to wear that mantle. Okay. I was there when Lester Wilkes got shot. I didn't pull the trigger. I was there though. Lester Wilkes, Lawrence Wilkes, Leonard Wilkes, some guy, L. Wilkes. Okay. He tried to rob a grocery store and he was running away and they shot him in the back of the head as he was running away because he shot the store owner and I was there. They shot him. He died right at my feet, right there. I'm literally 4 feet from my feet. That would be 6 feet. Yeah, because I have 2 feet. Now, the point is, I didn't take credit and I didn't gloat about it. You hear me going around, I was there when Lester Wilkes got shot. No. I told my friends, I said, I was there when Lester Wilkes got shot. But then I grew up and I grew out of it. And I did other things with my life. So that moment did not define the rest of my life. And that's what I'm saying. I respect everything he did. He was just a dick on a personal level. But you have to be a dick to have the ego to run for president. Obama was a dick. Okay. Biden was a dick. Trump, little tiny dick. Fuck yeah! dick. He's a puss. No, pussies are too reverent. He's a scrotum. He's a taint. But the point is, when you run for office that big, you have to have an ego to match. There's nothing wrong with that. Just a fact, Jack. Okay. And last but not least, I do not know where the man's going. I don't know if he's going to heaven. Don't know if he's going to hell. My guess is he's going wherever the cameras are. That's where he's going to go. Whoever's the most cameras, the best coverage, that's where he's going. Plain and simple. Rest in peace, Jesse. From one minister to another, you're not getting a holiday, motherfucker. Can I get a next in line to be America's minister? That's right. Vote for me to be his replacement. Man, dear Lord. Someone says, how many, I don't, it's the same number. It's the same number of obituaries I have any other week. It's just that this time my brain has just got more words in it and they just keep flowing. And hopefully you're enjoying this while I'm doing this. I did have a backup plan. I did. I have, like, the second half of this, I have queued up a thing to play out in case I ran out of energy or something. Okay. Dear Lord, please bless brother Billy Steinberg. Billy Steinberg, Grammy-winning U.S. songwriter and a key figure behind several chart-topping hits, including Madonna's Like a Virgin, has died. He was 75. Steinberg passed away at his home. His cause of death was cancer. Finally, someone who did not die from SUDS. Steinberg was known for having written hit songs like a Virgin. Come on. You didn't think Madonna wrote that, did you? She couldn't remember what it was like to be a virgin. Come on. You know somebody else had to write it. And it was a man writing it? Come on. It was probably a dry spell. He probably had a dry spell, and it probably been like several weeks without sex, and he was so hard up he felt like a virgin. That's the only thing I can figure. Because he was like, what, 90? No, he was 75. I don't know. Well, he was probably 40 or 50 when he wrote that song. I don't know. The point is, his songs were also performed by Hart, Roy Orbison, Whitney Houston, Cyndi Lauper, Celine Dion, the Bangles, the Vinyls, and others. And others sang the hit Don't Need It All because I'm taking half in a divorce. That's and others. Yes. A popular country song. Don't need it all. Going to take half in a divorce. That's right. And dear Lord. Oh, no, I'm not finished. That's rest in peace, Billy. You were so prolific, a true role model to amateurlifics. That's right. Can I get so emotional, I touch myself? That's 2 more songs. So emotional, I touch myself. See, 2 more songs. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Dear Lord, please bless brother Tom Noonan. Tom Noonan, known for his roles in such films as Manhunter, Heat, and The Monster Squad, has died.
That's garbage.
Yes, it is garbage, but he was 74. His cause of death was undisclosed. Sudden undisclosed disease syndrome. That's right. That's 3. That's 4. Noonan also starred in RoboCop 2, where he played Kane, the RoboCop 2, in RoboCop 2. Noonan was a character actor and was in dozens of films, like where? Oh, okay, let me show you. He was in films like this one here. See those? He was in those films right there. And these. He was in these films here. See? Lots of films. Look at that. Oh man, I did not know he was in The Illusionist. I love The Illusionist. That's I've watched it many times. It's a beautiful love story. Very hokey. It's not a rom-com, so I can like it. It's about an illusionist. That's why it's called The Illusionist. There you go, right there. Oh man. It says right here. Oh no, that's right. I haven't gotten to that part yet. Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am only half, half prepared, half baked, half something. So where am I? Oh yeah. So he was in those films. Rest in peace, Tom. You were a character on a collision course with Heaven's Gate. One more movie reference. They're made out of meat. That's right. Dear Lord, please bless Little Papa. Little Papa, Florida rapper, has died. He was 25. I'm sorry, let me do this. I have to do this because of Little Papa. Little Papa's making me do this. I don't want to do this. I have to do this. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. There it is. We'll have to roll that for Little Papa. All right. He has died. He was 25. The Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office confirmed the rapper's death in a statement to NBC News, but did not provide further details. The cause and manner of his death are under investigation. At the moment, it is being investigated as acute unaliving syndrome. That's right. The Jacksonville rapper, whose real name is Janarius Wheeler, was signed to rapper Yo Gotti's collective music group and released songs including Love and War, Mind Over Matter, and Happy Tears. His most recent audio studio album was last year's Almost Normal Again. Almost. Like he was normal once before. That's delusional. None of us was ever normal. And then to say we were normal again or almost, oh, man was delusional. Obviously, that's part of the reason why he offed himself. He was not wrapped together. He said, I used to be normal. No. If you thought you were normal, that's probably what depressed you in the second place, going like, what happened to me? I used to be normal. No. Okay. Days before his death, he released a new track, Out of Town Bay. Rest in peace, Lil. Maybe your last track should have been called Out. Can I get a rapper to go? And finally, Lord, please bless the entire behind-the-scenes staff at Mind Dog TV. They're truly doing your work, helping to spread your word throughout the wordosphere. They could be anywhere today, but they are here wishing that they were anywhere today. And that ought to count for something. Yes, indeed.
Amen.
I don't have any merch to show you, but go to minddogtv.com/merch. St. Valentine's Day, not Valentine, St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner. So you can go there and get spend your green on our green. That's right. Get something green for St. Patrick's Day. And now it's time and this is the heartbreaking part. I don't have my wine. I don't have my wine with me. So this, because somebody didn't have any room in his luggage for one fucking bottle of wine. He brought 2 thermoses, but no wine. 2 thermoses and no Bible. Selfish prick. I didn't even gonna tell you where he had me sitting on the plane. He was bitching because he was stuck in the corner on a window seat and his back was aching after 8 hours on the boat. It was like 6 hours on the plane, but a 2-hour layover or something. And his back was hurting. Shit, everything on me was hurting, man. I was balled up in a little corner, in a little recesses of some dark place. I have no idea where I was. It was dark and crowded, and I was stuck there for the whole fucking flight. I had nobody to talk to, just maybe somebody else in the dark I could feel around and feel stuff, but that's it. I couldn't see shit for 8 hours. He didn't let me out until Friday night after the plane died. No crash, landed. And damn it, I just realized something. We have one more rest in peace. GD's cousin, his cousin Gail, passed away on Friday from pancreatic cancer. they were close. They've been close since he was a teenager. She was a fan of his comedy. She supported him. She showed up at his shows, quite a few shows. Like I said, and she was very supportive of what he did. And he's going to miss her. They were, like I said, they were kind of close. She wasn't his favorite cousin, but everybody knew that his favorite cousin was his cousin George. And everybody knows that everybody has their favorites. Don't blame me for saying it. It's his favorite. I didn't rank them. Okay. If I did rank the cousins, I think his favorite cousin probably would have been his cousin Rhonda. But that's only because she used to bake cakes for him when he was a kid. She used to babysit him and bake cakes. Who could not love that for the rest of their life? She could have grown up to be an axe murderer. Somebody who murders axes. And let me get rid of that. We don't need the suicide ideation thing anymore. She could have grown up to be an axe murderer. And at the trial, GD would have said, I would have said, hey, it's my favorite cousin. She used to bake cakes. At any rate, the point is, it's time to have a little bump for the Lord. And we don't have our regular bump in the bottle. Okay. So I'm just going to drink this water, which has been in here for a day and a half without ice. So it's probably going to taste like it has a bump. So here we go. For the Lord, bump in the bottle. Yes, indeed. Thank you. From our stale ass bottle to going down my glottal. Just made that up. Yeah, from this bottle to my glottal, bump in the bottle. Yes, indeed. Now I didn't. Okay, like I said, I did not plan to spend the whole time doing the things, the things I just did. But now that I've done, I'm just going to vamp for the next few minutes. I'm going to talk about the show. How about that? No, I'm going to talk about last night. Because we were there. It was a bunch of people there. Met some new people. Met a gentleman by the name of David. Made friends with him. We sat together most of the night talking. And GD, because GD is a good dancer. I'm not a dancer. I can't dance. But GD is a good dancer. He does not like to dance because he only likes to dance with his wife. Okay, that's it. And that's because he kind of dances like he fucks. And when you dance like you fuck, you don't want to be dancing with strangers because it seems a little inappropriate. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, put that away. We're dancing. And he says, this is how I dance. I dance like I fuck. So I don't dance with other people. But that's what he says. He only dances with his wife. That's it. He holds her close and that's it. He won't dance with anybody else but his wife. He doesn't know how. He doesn't know how. And so people take offense, say, you want to dance? Like, no. And they're like, you don't know how to dance? You're black. You can't dance? You got to know how to dance. You're black. And he goes, I can dance. I don't want to dance because I dance like I fuck. And I don't want to fuck you. So stop it. Leave me alone. So he danced with David. No, I'm just teasing. That's caught you off guard. See, that's called a purple nurple when you twist it at the end. A purple nurple. Yeah. And he met a career coach who was there looking for clients, because if you go to a bar where a bunch of people in their middle ages are dancing, you're going to find somebody who needs a career coach. So I'm going to say to Mary, good call, Mary, good call. And she's probably going to wind up being on Coffee with the Dog to promote her life coaching skills. She's also an actress. I don't know her last name, but I gave her the Coffee with the Dog info, I think. I think so. Yes, I did. So she'd probably be if she didn't lose the card, then she'll probably be like booking herself on the show at some point, and you'll see Mary, who has a last name I just don't know what it is, on Coffee with the Dog, life coaching, giving life coach advice. That's right. So, now I believe my wife is still watching. If you are, honey, I love you. Thank you for being so patient and letting me come out here, and trusting. Okay, I know what happened. My wife, Amona, I know what happened, baby. I know Carol said to you, look, I need somebody to watch GD out on the West Coast. He's going by himself. He's irresponsible. He loses shit. He's not used to traveling with luggage. He'll walk off the plane and not check his luggage out. He'll leave his luggage on the carousel. And days later, his luggage is going around like that. And then GD's going like, where are my clothes? Where's my deodorant? How come I still stink after 3 days? And so I need somebody to watch out for him because he's just forgetful. He's just so forgetful. And so would you mind letting your husband go with you? Let the Rev go with GD to keep him in track, help him find his luggage, And so I'm doing a favor, because I love my wife, Amona, and because I know GD loves Carol. He just is like so forgetful. Sometimes he forgets to even show his appreciation. He's a dick. He's not like me. I'm wonderful. But then I came out. We watched. Somebody's telling me to get some sleep. I can't believe this. Do I look like I need sleep? Yeah. Answer that. Don't answer that. I know Mind Dog is in the background. He wants to answer that. I'm not gonna let him. I'm not gonna let him answer that. So, brothers, sisters, we're getting pretty close. First of all, we want to thank those. If I don't know, I didn't check the numbers. So, what's that? Okay, I'm sorry. I just got this. GD's handing me a note. Sorry. Okay. I don't know who watched on. Oh, thank you for watching on Plausible. Thank you for watching my show Friday night and Thursday night on Plausible. If you watched it, I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you watch the next show. That's in. Are you sure it's April 4th? That's the Saturday before Easter, right? And it's also the anniversary of somebody being shot. Okay, right? So his next show on Plausible is April 4th. It's Michigan. The show is called Spotlight on Insanity, and it's featuring himself. An improv group is hosting it called Half Baked. The opener is the Beav Man, John Beaver. You know him. The is Claire White, I'm going to say. And the thing about this show is hosted by an improv group. And so the improv group is going to open, then the opening act is going to come out. And then after the Bead Man is done, the improv group is going to come out and do a improvised sketch based on one of John's jokes. Okay, so the prompt will be one of John's jokes. And then they'll bring up the next comedian. And after that comedian is done, they will come back out and do an improvised sketch based on one of the jokes. They'll be using a joke as a prompt. And then the headliner, GD, will come out. And after he's done, the host will come back up and close the show out with a sketch based on one of his short stories, because he doesn't do jokes. He does short stories. So you can check that out on Plausible, and it should be fun. I'm sure you've never seen anything like it. And if you have, you probably saw one of GD's other shows called Spotlight on his Insanity, because that's his thing, one of his things. So, brothers and sisters, I thank you so much for watching and chatting and engaging. So thank you so much. And if you are so inclined, please pray for my safe return. And pray that my wife will still want me when I come back. That's right. Otherwise, I'll be knocking on your door saying, "Can I stay with you?" So, all right, brothers and sisters, thank you so much. And let us do this in the name of. Oh yes, let me I can't do that, right? I have to do this. Thank you all for subscribing for those of you that subscribe to my YouTube channel, thank you, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. And also on Facebook, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll with an E. Thank you so much for that. And bless you so much. On behalf of the Church of Last Resort and the entire Roll family, my wife Amona, my kids Cinnamon and Jelly Jr., our cat Tootsie, our dog Stop Dropping. I wish you safe travels, and I hope you wish me safe travels as well. And hopefully we'll see you next week, Eastern Standard Time, 9 o'clock on Mind Dog TV and everywhere that our word is heard. Okay? And in the name of George Collin, Robin Williams, and Richard Pryor, can I get a fuck yeah? Fuck yeah! See you next week. Thank you so much.